Hey, we're back, guys. Doing part 2, Clones Down Under. And we're bringing our destroyers through the Pacific down to Yuri's coastal base. Hopefully to take out, he has a construction yard down there, hopefully to take that out and make a little dent in the work we have to do. So plop that battle lab down. And now you want to build 10 prison tanks. And one spy satellite, excuse me. We're going to be using those prison tanks as our sole mainland offensive unit. I basically have destroyed all of Yuri's units in this game with 10 prison tanks. That's it. Just 10 prison tanks and a couple of garrison buildings. So if all goes well, that's going to be the plan, and we should have success. I've tested it out, and I believe that's the way. If you want to get under par, you're going to have to do that, the strategy that I show you. Because I've tried a lot safer routes, and I've been like 15 minutes over par without a shot of getting under par, but I've easily taken out all of Yuri's units, so it's a double-edged sword, I guess. And so next thing you want to do, you want to take out all these units first. They don't really build up any of their defensive structures once they go down, even though they have a construction yard. So don't worry about like having a structure pop up right next to you and take you out. So and you may think aircraft carriers would be better for this, but since you already have these destroyers built, they suit the purpose that I use these guys for just as well. Excuse me, and they're more money, the aircraft carriers. So with that, you know, just use these destroyers. That's all I have to say. Alright, so take out this psychic tower. I believe I targeted it. Nope, got the bioreactor.
Speed to full. Attacking.
Alright, go for the psychic tower here. Hopefully this guy doesn't take us out. He's already promoted. Come on, let's go. Alright, next thing, take out this tank bunker right over here. Spy sat's ready. And you see, it's quite an expansive encampment Yuri has, not only with his base, but through all the garrison buildings out the city. So now go for the construction yard. You should be able to hit them with most of your destroyers. Hit the construction yard with most of your destroyers, but if you can't, I don't know, just try to find a spot where they have enough range. And right after you take out the construction yard, they usually sell their base. So just keep plugging away. And before you know it, they'll sell this, and it'll free up some space for you for your prison tanks later.
Navigation systems ready. Enemy spotted. Allied ship reporting. Enemy spotted.
And whenever you see a purple blob right here, it's gonna be the Parajet initiates. So don't worry. Don't rush over to your base all the time. If you have the garrison buildings there, you should be fine.
Force shield ready.
And Yuri's can't control any chrono miners, so don't worry if they're out in the field and Yuri's are walking past.
Navigation systems ready. Attacking.
And the cloning vat's down here. This is the little cloning vat base they have. I believe once you destroy them, I'm not sure, they ungarrison most of their buildings in the city. I'm not sure 100% about that, but sometimes they do, so that always helps. So we're going to sell our Patriot missiles now just because we have no use for them anymore.
Structure sold.
Gives us a little bit more power, a lot of funds to continue building these prison tanks.
How about an adventure?
And I use these amphibious transports to take these guys down. And I like to bring them throughout the Pacific down here to the moon map. You see my cursor? Down that path right to here. And you can just sneak in through the back entrance. Little Washington crossing the Delaware River surprise attack. And you can pretty much eradicate most of their base as long as you keep them out of any psychic tower range or Yuri's.
Unit ready.
Navigation system
You see they sealed all their buildings right there, so it's good. And we got 3 more prism tanks coming through. I recommend at least having 9 because any less, it's just tough to have a good assault. You might be able to take out a couple garrison buildings here and there, but in the end, it really doesn't cut it. Every now and then they bring some slave miners around, but don't really worry about it. Just go for this ore field right here. If you want to, you can capture this to give you a little outpost, but it's pretty dangerous, and it's very rare that you can hold it for a very long period of time just because it's such a heavily trafficked area, or traveled area.
Lens shifters in working condition. Readjusting stabilizers.
And you see now these destroyers are pretty much useless.
Unit ready.
So once again that proves my point that having the aircraft carriers is just a waste of money because in the end you can't really use them for anything else.
Repairing.
And for some reason the slave miners coming through the base.
Repairing. Ore miner under attack.
My units might actually take my own. No, that'll be all right. Thought that the spray attack was gonna take out my
Unit ready.
ore refinery.
Unit promoted.
Compensating for terrain flux.
All right, so we got all of our prism tanks. We're ready with that.
What do? Ore miner under attack.
Prism sensor status charged. Estimate distortion error.
And it's time to go on the assault. And like I said, you have to follow this path out in the water. It's just a safer route and keeps you away from any Yuri garrison buildings on the coast because they'll just rip the amphibious transports to shreds.
What do?
And while they did that, just keep building more prism tanks just in case you fail on this attempt to go into Yuri's base. And when they sell everything, they have a huge rush of initiates and slave miners, and it just helps you on the offensive end as well. So with that being said, I'm going to build a prison tower. And you may think Chronosphere would be easier for this, but once again, I'm going for cost efficiency, and these amphibious transports fit that bill, opposed to the Chronosphere. So that's the purpose of it.
Ore miner
Let's take the
under
scenic
attack.
route.
Unit ready.
Alright. Let's see. We'll have these guys guard a little bit.
Captain on the bridge. Aye, Commander.
Just
Captain
keep
on the
watch,
bridge.
I guess. I
Main
don't know.
engines engaged.
Ore miner under attack.
This guy's little pain. I don't know what he's doing.
Ready as ever. Chrono miner reporting for duty.
Construction complete.
No, actually, I have a better idea.
Standing by.
I'm gonna guard my chrono miners up here
Rudder set for new heading.
and put this guy down here as well. Just like I said, with defensive purposes. All right, so I'm gonna call it a video. This is gonna end part 2, Clones Down Under. Hopefully, next video we should be almost taking the whole base out for Yuri, and at least taking out the construction yard and the war factory and all that stuff. So I'll see you guys later.